Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing? It's good to see you. I'm always happy to be here, that's for sure, and always happy when I look over and someone's here too. So I'm not so lonely talking to myself. That's why I used to absolutely hate doing videos before started being able to go live. And I don't know why I'm blinking so much. Hopefully that'll quit in a minute. But anyway, oh, I just keep doing it. I don't know what it is. Must be I don't know. Anyway, I used to hate going on videos because I just felt like I was sitting there talking to myself, which I was. And I messed up more when I would do videos than I even do on lives, which is funny because that's why I was so afraid to go live. Was I was afraid that I would, like if I was messing up that much on a video, how much would I mess up on like a live? And it scared me to death. So now if I mess up, I'm just like, what the hell? Whatever. Move on. So I hope you all are doing well. Joel, it's good to have you back in the chat. We've missed you, but we understand completely. We hope that you're doing well. We continue to send our love and condolences to you and your family. And I don't know what to tell you. We're just sending you virtual hugs. How about that? There's not a whole lot we can say, is there, buddy? So, anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of checking in with the chat and give that algorithm time to maybe send out some notifications and see if we get some more people here. And I do have a little thing that I need to talk to y'all about before we actually get started. So after I check in with the chat, we're going to do that. But anyway, I guess I'll get started. I don't know. So, Heat My Shorts, it is always good to see you. I'm glad that you're here and listening and learning with an open mind. I appreciate anytime anyone is willing to come in and learn and listen with an open mind. That's how I got here. Was I started listening to some people about some things, and here I am, right? So, Mischief Manage, we are so glad you're here as always. Marilee, thank you so much for being here. Joel, again, hello. Oops, my finger missed the mouse. Nicole, good to see you. Did you see the picture I put in the group chat or in the mod chat? I Your book came yesterday. It was a day late, but that's okay. I'm going to try to read it tonight. So, anyway, Evie, good to see you. Oh, goodness. Constance June, always good to see you. Hef, you know I love you. Uh, by the way, Hef, if anybody wants to get a free Hef's Hoo Ha mug, Marilyn Honig is selling them in her store, and all the proceeds go to Hef and Alan for their wedding or whatever they need it for, I'm assuming. But I got mine. I love it. Um, if you want one, that's where you can get it. So, yeah. Um, let's see here. Doug, wow, you made it back. I hadn't seen you in a few days. Starting to get worried. You know how it is. Y'all start not being here, and I'm like, all right, what'd I say? I'm gonna have to go watch all these hours of videos to see what I said that made somebody mad. Or just go read my comments because there's always at least a couple there. So I just answered one just a while ago, and she was mad that I had said something negative about Reddit. And the only thing I said negative was I wanted to know why the hell I got booted out of there, why they blocked me. Because, it's a big old fight, but I don't care. It don't matter to me. But anyway, so she said that, I might just have a drama channel. So I went and I ran the numbers, and I am about 8% drama and 92% Scientology. So, which is some drama in itself, y'all. So I told her that, I think I'm okay at 92% non-drama unless you count all the vile things that Scientology does to its members. And then, yeah, I am absolutely um, a drama channel. Because because the crap that they do, my goodness. Mark Hardman, it is so good to see you. I love when you're in here. Guys, this is a pretty good crowd. It'll probably pick up though. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Susie, it sucks getting old, and when you pull an all-nighter, your sleeping pattern is all messed up. I'm always napping during your lives. I couldn't stay awake. Well, are you trying to tell me I'm boring? I'm just kidding you. Uh, yes, Mark Hardman. The hef is here. My day is complete too. So, y'all, I just I'm just so glad to see you all. But I do have something a little bit serious that I need to talk to you about first, and then we're gonna get into our live. Yeah, get him, Susie. Yeah. Yeah, I think he said that I'm boring. How funny. It says, "Joe, my first marriage was $500. I'm a cheap ass." That reminds me of how I tell Mark I'm a cheap date because I don't eat a lot. I mean, I'm not a little girl. I mean, I'm a plus size model. But, anyway, I always tell him I'm a cheap date because if he takes me to eat, I usually buy some it's almost always enchiladas, I'm not gonna lie. So I get the plate that has 4 enchiladas on it, okay? And he's always looking at me, he goes, "You're not gonna eat that." And I'm like, "Eventually I will." And so, anyway, so I eat half, absolutely just right down the middle, half of all 4 of those enchiladas and half of my rice and beans, and then, take it home, and then the next day, I get to have half of everything again. And I said, "Well, I don't ask you to take me out that night, because I've got leftovers from yesterday." And now it's so funny, he started doing the same thing. Yeah, he'll buy the same thing that I get, or he'll buy, like, a bigger meal, it's got more on it than, like, some kind of a sampler, that's got, like, one of everything. It's more than he can, possibly eat too, but anyway, so then he has a meal the next day too. So, anyway, yeah, we are cheap dates. Mine and Mark's marriage, I'm trying to think, it cost me $50 for the license and $50 to pay the woman that married us that farted 3 times during the ceremony, I'm not gonna lie. We were in a gazebo that somebody had egged the night before. So it had, like, eggs dripping off of it on the outside, not in there where we was at. But anyway, yeah, and she was wearing a big old fur coat, and it wasn't cold. I mean, it was cold weather, it was in November, but yeah, but she never even acknowledged it. She's just going through the ceremony and just, there was a fart, and then, she go on about it, and I'm just like I'm kinda looking at Mark, and me and him, we just laughed through the whole thing, and she said, "You all are gonna have a good marriage. You're just so funny and happy." Hey, Stacia, good to see you. And, we got back in the Camaro to go, to get out of there, and I'm like, "Were you laughing about the farts?" And he's like, "Yeah, and I knew that you were too." So, yeah, I don't know why I brought that up, talking about a cheap date. But, yeah, it cost me my 2nd marriage was, $100 basically. The first one was probably about 3. I was it was back, 85, and I was really a cheap ass. And I wouldn't let my parents pay for the wedding because I couldn't do it, so I so anyway, I couldn't let them pay for it, so I was trying to pay for the wedding while working at a little, Hardee's here in town. It's kinda like I don't know, it's a little fast food place, kinda like McDonald's. I don't know if y'all have Hardee's, but anyway, I'm gonna get started. I do have a little bit of housekeeping first, and then we will, um, get on with it. What in the world is going on with my hair? Lord have mercy. Um, Doug needing a nap. I was taking a nap just a few minutes ago, so y'all, there ain't no telling with this hair. But I do wanna welcome everybody to our channel. Better get back over here by the microphone. And I have a topic today that I really think that you'll find interesting. And I really did. I enjoyed researching it for you all, and I enjoyed kinda writing up my notes, and I've been real forgetful the last few days, so I actually wrote up most of my notes so that if I completely lose where I'm at, I can hopefully, get back online a little bit, back where I'm supposed to be. But first, I need to talk to you all about something that is really bothering me, okay? I guess it's housekeeping, but I'm kinda looking at it like that I'm gonna set up some boundaries. So, I talked to my friends, including my mods, who are, like, my best friends, really, and now I'm gonna talk to y'all about it a little bit, and because I believe in transparency, and I know that if people are coming to me and asking questions, then they're not the only ones that are wondering stuff, so I'm, just gonna answer some stuff. So, anyway, so there's a person, it's a lady, um that she's been pretty active in the community, and I've really enjoyed interacting with her the last little bit. I don't know how long it's been, but, my mind doesn't work good. I can't remember, like, if it's been a week, 2 weeks, a month, I don't know. But anyway, this person was really disruptive in a chat of Maryland's that she was in a couple nights ago, the one that I bragged on so much with the guy from the ramp. But anyway, she was in there and she was really disruptive. And, Marilyn was trying to interview a really fascinating guest, okay? And this person was angry with multiple people, both creators and not creators, and it just I I don't know, it was different, and she may be in here today, she could very well be in here, and I'm just, like, giving you my perspective of what went on, okay? But I was never really clear what she was upset about, and to be honest, I was worried about her. I told Mischief that I had an aunt that had a stroke, and she kind of talked like this lady was talking just like I don't mean in riddles like actual riddles, but like kind of riddle me this, kind of like saying it but not saying it so that we had to try to figure out what she was saying, which was just more disruptive than if she'd have just said it and went on or went to the person she's mad at, would have been the first thing to have done. So anyway, I was really relieved because Mischief actually left the chat, which she mods, but Mischief is so kind-hearted and just worries about everybody, and she was worried about her too, and she wanted to make sure everything was okay. So she went and checked on her. They spoke privately. And anyway, so that I was glad for that, and, I don't know what all went on there or anything, but anyway, so then yesterday, she was on my live, and she was saying the same kinda stuff again, still mad apparently at the same people, but mostly at Marilyn, which was not who she was mad at to begin with, so I don't really know. But anyway, she was really rude and was saying something about that, we don't know anything because we're never ends, and I don't know. It was just it I don't know. It was weird. And if you are here, I'm not trying to badmouth you. I am concerned. I truly am because that's not how you came across to begin with. So, anyway, but I thought it was over. Again, she got timed out, I think, or she left, or I don't know. She left, I think, yesterday. And then, whenever we ended our live, I, told everybody, "Hey, if you can, go over to Eric Rader's channel and do a room raid." So, they did, a bunch of people did, and she did. Well, she started it with Eric, and I think that he ended up, um, blocking her or, timing her. I don't know what he did, but I heard that he ended up having to do something. So, I don't know what is going on, but I'm just gonna tell you all, that's not gonna it's not gonna fly with me. I mean, it's just not going to. I have no reason to dislike this person, but we work hard to create a safe space here where we can discuss hard topics and where we can just have fun some days. And if we needed to just vent about anything, we need to be able to do it, but we need to be able to do it where it's not disruptive and with kind of respect, especially like in Maryland's when she was doing a very important interview, and it that was not it wasn't good. So, anyway, I don't want this place to become a battlefield, and so I have instructed my mods that if she comes in and she does it again, then she's to be, um, blocked or hidden or whatever they have to do. Um, I'm gonna set that hard stop boundary, and I would do it and, I mean, I hate to say it, but I would do it to any of you if you were doing that kind of a thing. I mean, I would Mischief went to her personally, and I don't think Mischief really got any answers either. I'm not gonna speak for Mischief, but I don't really think that she's in full understanding of it either. Um, I'm worried. I'm worried about the lady. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out to see if she comes in. "Hey, eat more pizza now. Good to see you." I did have that pizza last night, by the way. It was good. So, anyway, I just y'all, we just that's not the place for it. Yeah, Stacia, if you don't know, that's fine. Just take it as like a generalization, just kind of a general boundary that I'm setting that if somebody comes in and is purposely disruptive, if they have been warned, I'm not just going to go, "Oh, block." But if they've been warned and they ignore that, then yeah, they're going to get blocked or timed out or something for a little bit because that's not why we're here. And one person doing something like that is not fair to whether it be 25 like I have right now or 5, 600 like I have had, and so it's just not fair, and it's not fair to me. So, anyway, I'm putting that as a hard stop. A hard boundary. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Stacia. Anyway, I would never go into somebody else's channel or into their home, to their house or something and be disruptive, and I feel like this is my house, and I have invited y'all in. And she's invited in too, until she's not, basically. So, okay, now this is the harder one. That was just kind of I needed to clear that up. Thought we was having company for a minute, but I think they're going to my dad's. I don't know who that is. Mm. Anyway, if they come here, they're not going to get an answer because I'm busy. Yeah, eat more pizza. Yeah, as a mod, I've given several chances before dropping the. We have to, but at some point, this is it. If there's another time, then it's probably gonna be, you know, the time that does it, and it'll probably be just a time out, and then before it's like a serious thing. But anyway, we're just gonna have to see what the situation brings. And it may not ever come up again. So, okay, I have been asked, y'all, by 4 people, 4, where Brian Lucas is. That people see him in other people's chats, but they're not seeing him in mine anymore. And I just want to say, no, he's not in my chat anymore. And there is no scandal. Okay. there is, there's absolutely no scandal. I'm not mad at him. I don't know that he's mad at me. If he is, then I'm sorry. I don't know it. But so, okay. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna be honest. And, as much as I don't wanna tell people who to like or who to support, I'm human, y'all. And I found his fence straddling, as far as Reese goes, really unnerving, and there was just some little things that were said here and there that he said and some other people said that made me a little bit like, "Ugh." And I started noticing that I wasn't as friendly to him when he would be in my chat or that I would, like, put on a fake smile and whenever I would talk to him or something, and I don't like to be fake. And so, as much as I don't wanna tell anybody who they can like or support, let's just say that this went above and beyond support or like, okay? It went towards where I felt very just, I don't know, disliked. basically. And I like Brian. He's a nice guy. I do miss him being in here, and who knows? I mean, someday maybe, but for right now, I know that some of my mods saw and heard some stuff that they were uncomfortable with. Nothing of any kind of scandal. Please, no anybody try to start that because but yeah, not everybody has time to be in everybody's chat and pick what's best for you. Absolutely. Thank you, Constance. That's I think he's got I think he I think he likes Reese more than he likes me, and that's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay. One more thing. This is another boundary, y'all, and then I'm done. We're on to the live. We're just having all kinds of traffic today. So, I did set a boundary with a couple of my mods. They're not here anymore. Um, these my mods are my rocks, y'all, and I have to be able to trust them and they have to be able to trust me. And, you know, we talk to each other when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're pissed off, when we're sick, when we're mourning, I mean, we are on chat all day long. We are getting ready to start, Missy. She's gonna fuss at me. But I have to know that I'm in a safe place and that the other mods are in a safe place. And I had a couple of mods that were also huge Reese fans and mods for Reese. And so it felt weird, to be sharing mods with somebody that I am clearly at odds with. And so I wish Reese well. She hadn't been online in a couple days. She might be today. I don't know. I haven't looked. I just noticed that people were saying, where's Reese? And anyway, I hope everything's well with her. Tommy could kiss my ass. I don't know, Brett, whatever. I can't stand him. I will never like him. I try not to say never, but with him, never. But anyway, I think that the mods that went on over to Reese's, they're still subscribers. They're welcome here anytime. But I think that they're happier where they're at, and that's great. That is absolutely great. So anyway, that is that. And no, I'm not going to explain every time that somebody gets timed out or something, or every time a mod leaves or whatever. But these were all pretty high profile people, and I just felt like that since I had multiple people actually come to me and ask, just flat out ask, that are just viewers, not my mods already knew what was going on, but regular viewers that have come to me, four of them, and asked about people that they think are missing. There's been more than that for the mods that are gone, but four for Brian. So anyway, nobody's mad that I know of. I'm certainly not mad at anybody. I wish everybody except for Tommy or Brett and Tom Cruise. Yeah. So anyway, I wish everybody but them. So anyway, hey Lori, good to see you. So anyway, I'm gonna get started now because I really did find this topic of the three different kinds of cult leaders. I found it just intriguing. I really did. And the video that I'm doing tomorrow that's called like the good, the bad, and the ugly about cults. I'm having fun with it too. I've been, really I'm finishing up doing some research on it, so it ought to be fun. So anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This one shouldn't be very long. It's kind of a quickie. So uh, Joel's comment got held by YouTube. No idea why. I don't even think I have one of those. I don't even think I've set that to where they're supposed to hold comments. So I'll check into that. But I did not click that button. So anyway, y'all, we have all, I'm sure, learned that in life that there is an exception to every rule. And but I did a big deep dive into the traits of cult leaders, and everywhere that I looked, I kept coming up with these same three traits. I was gonna add a 4th and just, have it just be asshole. 'Cause, you know, I thought, well, there's bound to be some that's just a freaking asshole. But anyway, so according to therapist Rachel Bernstein, and I kept going back to her. She just really, I don't know, her writing really connected with me, and I just really, I thought that she seemed like she knew what the hell she's talking about. Like she seemed like she had really, like she's talked to several cult members. She's actually done some stuff with yeah, Mr. Spanish asshole should be number one. So um, she's done some interviews and studies with actual cult leaders too to back up her thoughts on it. So I really just thought that she, I don't know, I thought she had her shit together. I thought she knew what she's talking about. So anyway, according to therapist Rachel Bernstein, cult leaders have psychosis or narcissistic personalities that drive them to preach a message and convince others to follow. So she was saying, which I thought was funny, that all cult leaders are narcissists, but not all narcissists are cult leaders. So, I thought that was interesting because you know how everybody says that, you know, Aaron's a narcissist and Aaron's a cult leader and blah, 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 blah. No. So, anyway, so Bernstein treats former cult members who were in Nexium and Scientology. And she has also met a number of cult leaders, current cult leaders, okay? So Bernstein is based in California and believes that all cult leaders fall into one of three categories. Some are self-centered narcissists. I can see that. While others have delusions that they believe should apply, to them, like, that they need to be able to apply to their beliefs to everybody, and everybody just ought to believe them because they said it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to go off of my notes, but, sometimes my notes are a little sloppy. So, anyway, so there are 3. The number 1 is delusional martyr. So, y'all, when I'm reading these off, see which one you think that, David Miscavige or L. Ron Hubbard, either one are. Let's see which one of these 3 that everybody thinks they are. I mean, other than assholes and creeps, like, ugh, nasty, just creepy. Okay, the delusional martyr, considered the most dangerous because they can use their unyielding beliefs to convince everybody that they can, come in contact with just about to buy into their delusion. An example, Heaven's Gate in San Diego, a cult where 39 members committed mass unaliving or self unaliving as instructed by Marshall Applewhite in 1997. I gotta get a drink. The autopsy showed that they had died from poisoning. Applewhite had previously reported having a near death experience and he was convinced, y'all, that a UFO was going to come down and that he was going to come to Earth and pick up the members of his cult and take them. I'm not really sure where. I don't think they ever said, but they were, yeah, going off into the wild blue yonder, I guess, or the wild black yonder, because it looks black up there to me. But anyway, but they were going for like they were leaving their bodies behind. It would just be their spirits, their souls, or their thetans if it was Scientology, right? So it would just be that would, go on these spaceships and leave their body behind and go off to find a higher existence. So there's no sense. Nobody ever got the sense, hey Carrie, that the leader, which is Applewhite, was trying to get any money out of the people that were there. They didn't, he didn't seem to be abusing them or using them for anything. Um, he he believed what he was telling, and he just wanted everybody to believe it. So, He really did. He believed that the mothership was coming and that they would all need to leave this existence and go to this mothership, and they would be and they all were joined in his psychosis. They believed him. He was so convincing that he convinced them that he was true, that he was right. So anyway, this group oriented delusion is a diagnosable condition actually. It's called share psychotic disorder according to the National Institute of Health. What I did find odd about the whole thing, and I don't know, we don't have copies of what did he say to them exactly, what we don't know because they all died. So we don't know, but oddly, since the leader and the members of Heaven's Gates believed that they were leaving their bodies and everything that they owned behind. It was so strange, they all dressed in matching black shirts and sweatpants, and they all had, brand new Nike tennis shoes, and, it said that the compound where they did this was immaculate, that there was not one thing out of place, there was not a piece of paper in a trash can, there was not a dirty dish, there was nothing, that it was absolutely immaculate. I mean, it was just unbelievably how clean it was, which I can understand that, especially if there was, a bunch of women, because we like to keep it clean when we're gonna leave because we don't like to come home to a dirty house. So, I guess in case they thought they might come back, they wanted it to be clean. So, yeah. So that one is how she explained the, forgot the word for it. Delusional, could not come up with delusional. I could get martyr, the delusional martyr. So, yeah. Alright, so the second one is the preacher turned maniac, okay? Some cult members don't recognize their or s sorry, it's not members. Some cult leaders, y'all, don't recognize that they don't recognize how charismatic they are, some of them. Others think they're more charismatic than they are. But, not all of them recognize how charismatic they are in the beginning, and, they just do what they think is right, right? They're just preaching and trying to get other people to believe them, but they don't really understand how charismatic they are. But, eventually, a lot of them do become egomaniacs. So she claims that this type of cult leader may start out as a teacher, a street preacher, or a public speaking position. And eventually that they realize that people cling to whatever they have to say and they run with that skill. So it reminded me all of like Tommy, how Tommy, he was a public speaker and he couldn't get people to just sit. I see people in his chat or did that would say, or Brett, I guess. I don't know why I want to call him Tommy today. But anyway, I would sit and listen to you read the newspaper. I would sit and listen to you read the telephone book, all that. Yes, I agree, Nicole. I think y'all are dead on with a lot. Anyway, she says they suddenly realize everyone listens to them and to everything that they say, and they are just the Pied Piper. People will do anything because they told them to do it. And they begin to morph into an egotistical monster, Bernstein said. Jim Jones, the cult leader who orchestrated the Jonestown massacre in 1978, was one of these types. Jones started, and that's not my opinion. This therapist's opinion. Jones started as a religious preacher and eventually had thousands of followers at his organization, the People's Temple in California. Jones then convinced hundreds of people's followers to move with him to Guyanan jungle encampment and called it Jonestown. It was there that 900, more than actually 900 cult members died. Some by drinking tainted Kool-Aid, some were injected with the poison, and some were shot. So it wasn't just that they drank the Kool-Aid. Some people tried to run away, and some of his henchmen, you know, handlers, whatever, um, some of them would shoot people. I mean, even as far away as the airport, like, they got to as far away as the airport, and they were shot. So, anyway, the really sad thing about that, which is all just incredibly sad, but I think the most sad thing about it was a third of all of this plus, 900 plus people were minors. And that just, yes, some did survive, but not not many. And then ones that didn't go, you know. And then even after that, they had some people that did, that unalived themselves. So, it's a big story. There's a whole deal on Netflix about it, and if you get a chance, it's a very good, show to watch. It's really good, but, I mean, trigger warning, it's rough. It is rough to watch. So, yeah. Joel says, "I remember the Jonestown thing like it was yesterday, front page news." Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? I mean, I was young. I was really young, but I remember it happening, and I remember hearing about it a lot since then too. So, okay, now the third and final one, unless we're gonna go back to saying asshole, is the hard and fast narcissist. So, last, this is the cult leader who has been a narcissist for the majority of their life, Bernstein said. That's how they've been since they were little. They didn't just become that when they got older and decided, "Hey, I'm a I'm gonna start a cult." No, they were always a narcissist, even as a child. They feel ultimately entitled to completely lie to you, to put on a charming face and get you to believe what they are selling and get you to buy what they are selling. Whatever it is, whether it's God, a product, or anything whatsoever, doesn't matter. If they say it, they think you need to um, buy into it. You need to believe it. So Bernstein said that most cult members are narcissists. She said that she doesn't actually know of any that aren't on some level very narcissistic, but that a lot of people are. And she have even said that, sometimes being a narcissist is helpful. Like in some careers, a lot of lawyers are narcissists, a lot of surgeons are narcissists. I mean, and they almost have to be because they are literally taking our lives in their hands, and they have to be able to be like, I can do that. I can do this. I can do it. And they'll even think that they're the only one that can. And really that works in their favor in some circumstances. But she wanted to say that she doesn't know of any that, that she's studied that aren't narcissists, but that, it is possible they aren't all. So anyway, she said that they do all have a bottomless ego. So this type of personality could explain like someone like Rainier set up his cult in the manner he did, which is the Nexium cult. With a constant need for members, blackmail, which he called collateral, and obedience to him and his belief system. So, yeah, he absolutely believed that they needed to. Yeah, surgeons will get a god complex, absolutely, a lot of times. You're right, Marilyn. Even if a Nexium member devoted a decade of their life to the cult, one slip up could libel them as untrustworthy or a failure to their community. The belief creates a hamster wheel effect of unhealthy behaviors and relationships, according to Bernstein, where you're just like running around trying to constantly prove yourself and you're never good enough because, you know, you're terrified that if you dare mess up, that you're gone, and anyway, I would say most cult leaders are malignant narcissists. And cults, as DJ Nico said yesterday, are the cancer of the mind. I absolutely believe that. They don't care who they damage, what they damage. They don't care if they lie to you. They don't care. They do not care about anybody but themselves. They don't care about the families they're destroying, nothing. They just need to be loved. And it's not even really love. They want to be adored. They want to be, just the most important person on or off the planet, because so many of these cult leaders absolutely, um, they absolutely, believe in the afterlife, as far as aliens and alien abductions, or living multiple lives, or all these things. And so they think, like, even if they die, they think they're going to come back and be the most important person on the planet again. So anyway, I personally put Miscavige and Hubbard both as number 3, because I believe that they are both, like, hard, fast narcissists. Like, I think that they always have been, always will be. If they lived 1,000 lives, all those lives, they would be a narcissist too. And I could be wrong, and I really am wondering what you what you all think. And I absolutely saw a couple of content creators in some of this stuff too, but, you know, I'm not gonna go there. But I'm no professional, and that's all just my opinion, other than what I told that she actually said, which was the majority of that. So I wanted to read it because I don't wanna quote somebody and get it wrong, because I don't want what I'm thinking to, influence what I say, and say that they said, basically. So, anyway, so I'm really wondering, what do you all think about that? What do you think? The different cult leaders that we know of, not just the 2 with Scientology, but any of them. And, just who do you think that these are like? Are they an egomaniac, a narcissist, a martyr, which, delusional? Which one do you think people are? I'm really, really interested to hear. So, anyway, go back up here and see where I left off. Oh, Marilee's been fighting with her computer. I'm sorry to hear that. Whoops. Yeah, heat my shorts, can't they, though? Computers can be so finicky. I used to have to fight with ours constantly when I had the newspaper. It was horrible. And they never, ever mess up until it is like you're on a deadline. You got to get that paper out by 2 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever the date, the deadline was, depending on which place I was printing at the time. But anyway, yeah, nothing ever goes wrong till the day that you are going to print. That's what, I was talking before about some of the people that they hated me at the newspaper so bad because I printed the truth and I didn't give a shit who liked it and who didn't. And so, which a lot of them did not like. They don't have a problem with doing something, they just don't want to be called out for it. So, I don't know. But anyway, it got to where, they were always pulling these pranks on me. They shot my windows out of my car twice when I was driving it. They would, cut my wires to my, central air and heat that I had just paid thousands of dollars to have put in. I mean, a lot of stuff. But what they would do was every damn week when I would be getting ready to put that paper together, they would cut my internet. Yeah, they would cut it. I was yeah. It was nice. So, computers are not fun. Minna's here. I just love Minna. She's so sweet. Constance June's doing some chores. I'm trying to look down here and see if anybody is guessing on who people are in this deal. Aloha, Susie. Thank you, Mark Hardman. Nicole said she didn't see that I got her book, but thanks for the heads up and thanks for ordering my book. It's nice of you. Thank you. Her book is, I think it's Naked Desires, I think. It's a book of poetry and it is available on Amazon, y'all. And I got mine. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but it got here today. So, Amazon and their 1 or 2 day delivery does not actually always mean 1 or 2 day delivery. So, but I'm going to take a break tonight and after I finish doing everything I need to do for for tomorrow's live, then I'm going to go read it. So, anyway, yeah, mischief. I have my hoo-ha with the googly eyes cup representing him. She is never gonna live that down, y'all. Never. And I'm sorry, but the fact that she put googly eye picture on the picture, googly eyes on the picture, makes it so freaking funny. I mean, we've all done those things that were like, how stupid was I, right? She's beat herself up over it. So now we just gonna poke some fun at her and drink out of a hoo-ha cup. My husband was like, "What is that?" Mm-mm. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, no drama llamas here, y'all. Cute green nails, Susie. Yeah, they're kind of a turquoise, but they're kind of green. Depends on the lighting. DOA is a fraud is here. Good to see you. Oh, wow. Marilee says, Hef, my daughter did a full sit down dinner wedding for $1,000. Wow. Mark and I were talking about, we haven't been talking about it lately, but we were talking about it coming up on our 20th anniversary, and we're now at like 22 years, I think, 23 years. God, it's been a long time. But anyway, 23 years, I think, or it will be this year. Um, we were talking about doing like a vow renewal, speaking of weddings and costs and everything. And I told Mark, of course, we didn't do it, and we might someday. I don't know, but anyway, I didn't. We didn't do it because I was bald and sick with chemo, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm not spending money to try to kind of redo a wedding where the preacher farted 3 times with pictures of me bald and no eyelashes and no eyebrows and gray. I was completely gray. Yes, I do. I make dried beans in my Instapot all the time. Nicole and I are both Instapot lovers. Yeah, that's what I was telling you about the beans that I made for my mom. Yeah, it was some dried pinto beans, and she was craving them. They usually take all day to cook, and it took like 45 minutes. And I had her a big old pot of beans and had it all. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Here we go. Stacia, Doug, Evie. Eat more pizza now. Yeah. Every time I see your name, I want pizza, but I'm full from pizza last night, so it was good, but, tonight I'm not cooking either, y'all. I don't know what has happened. I just don't wanna cook. I just don't. So tonight he's bringing Subway home, and that is gonna be the end of, like, the fast food because my stomach does not like fast food. So my stomach has been killing me, and it's gonna be worse tonight, but, you know. Great gig in the sky. Good to see you. Yes, you guys, Nicole is now one of our mod crew, and we are glad to welcome her. And Jimena's one that's came in just recently. In a few days, I think that Keela's coming in. She's trying to get some medical stuff taken care of. We're gonna see how that goes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add her just so that she can come in and chat with us in the mod chat. And, if she feels like being here, she can. Y'all just if you pray or if you're somebody that prays or if, good vibes, whatever you got, y'all, if you could, just send some of that out, send some love out to Keela. She is really having a hard time. She's, she's having some liver failure. She was born with one kidney, and now that one is at moderate failure, which is scary. There's a lot going on. I haven't talked to her in 2 days, and I'm a nervous wreck, so I'm going to be on the phone trying to get a hold of her in a little bit. Constance says she was worried about that person too the other night. It just scared me because I really did, y'all. I had an aunt that she did that. I mean, I can't really explain it, but she kind of talked weird. Like she just like she wasn't, completely there. Like she would say stuff and she wouldn't understand why we didn't know exactly what she was saying. And so when this started going on the other night, it scared me and I'm just like, I put on there, I'm like, "You're not making any sense," and which was not, like, the greatest thing to put, but, I mean, that was just I was just like, "Oh my god," and so I'm just, like, typing it, and then she got mad at me, and I'm like, "No, I'm not trying to judge you, I'm scared, I'm worried," I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and so, if you're here, I really am worried about you, and I hope that you're doing well, and but we just can't have that, so yeah, a chat is not the place to air out personal grievances. Very good. Thank you, Nicole. That is yeah. Are we talking about Mischief, are you talking about, Knife Hoarder with the purple kitty helmet? I was gonna tease him, and I haven't done it lately or yet. Wait, I don't know where that came from. Haven't done it yet, but anyway, I think I'm gonna have to my granddaughter's got some kinda little, you know it looks a little more scary than a than the unicorn bow and arrow that he was also carrying, and so I'm gonna get that bow and arrow, I'm gonna tell him it's on, you know? So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, Mischief said she didn't really get any answers. "Thank you, Eat My Shorts." He says, "Well done," or "Well said, Susie." Yeah. Stacia, you're right, mods are heroes, they keep everyone on an even keel, beware of the hammer. Then they keep the chat flowing with respect, that's right. Eat more pizza. Doug, I almost did the other I once booted myself out of a channel because I was bad. I wasn't gonna do it because I was bad, but I literally somehow or another, I clicked on myself, and I thought, "Oh gosh, I'm about to boot myself." And I wasn't booting anybody, I was gonna delete their comment, but yeah, Stacia says she's only involved in chats that are totally welcoming. Someone who doesn't find yours welcoming isn't paying attention. Well, thank you, that's very kind. Mischief Managed says it's uncomfortable when you feel like everything you say can go straight to the dark side. Yes. Marilee, you're one to talk. She says that when we're up in the middle of the night, we should be sleeping. Yeah. Hey, Hockey Town John. Hello, dear friend. Surgery was a success, and now I'm bouncing off the walls in this damned hospital. Can't wait to break out of this joint. Bless your heart. Take care of yourself and get some rest, please. That is the most important thing. I've had lots of surgeries with all this breast cancer stuff, and I'm telling you, the most important thing you can do is to rest. Eat More Pizza says he watches those who he finds entertaining. Well, at least you're not like Doug and telling me I'm boring. I finally got something I can get over on old Doug, huh? Doug says I'm mad at Chumley. I am always mad at Chumley. Hockeytown John says, "Hi, Nicole. Was able to eat soft food today with no issues, so hopefully I can go home tomorrow. That is good. But when you get home, you got to rest too. You can't just like, jump up and be like crazy person, okay?" Stacia says, "There's quite a few names I don't see anymore. Again, I'm okay with that since people make up their own minds." Yeah, I know. Like every time I'm in people's chats, because I mean, I'm in a lot of chats that don't have anything to do with my channel, and I'll get used to seeing names and stuff, and then they'll be gone, and I'll think, well, you know, and they may just be lurking for a while or something. So you just never know. It's really confusing when people change their names. Marilee says, "Joel, I've seen some odd comments held for review. YouTube is strange." I don't know what that is. I was looking at some stuff on in the back office the other day, and I saw the thing that said to hold comments or whatever, but I didn't click it. So I don't know. You could do that, or you could block certain words. I didn't do that either because I thought, man, I'll be the first one to be trying to break my own rule. So let's see here. I missed something. I want to. Oh, Stacia says he may be a narcissist, but he's not a psychopath yet. Mm. Stacia says, "Silly, the UFO files by every night." Or yeah, silly, the UFO flies by every night and just wave as they're passing by. And they probably lock their doors because they're like, man, those people are batshit crazy. Yeah. Joel says, type one cult leader, batshit crazy. Wow, Marilee says the cult leader from the cult I was in as a kid was a complete narcissist and probably a sociopath. Wow. Nicole says delusional. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, type two cult leader, batshit crazy. Yes, Stacia, you're right. A lot of them do use their charisma to get people to do what they want. Yes, keep my shorts. It was over 900 people. Can you believe that? I cannot even imagine. I cannot imagine like I see myself like okay, like I'm standing up on a platform of some sort. There's 900 people in front of me. I don't think I would even be able, like, hey, look up here. Eyes at the front, kind of. I don't think I could do that and get them to pay attention to me, much less say, okay, now here's some arsenic and some Kool Aid. We're going to mix them together and you're going to, unalive yourself. If you don't, we're going to come by with a needle and shoot you full of poison. If you run away, we're going to shoot you. I, I cannot even believe, like, there's right now, there's only 17 of you in here right now. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to keep these 17 people, entertained. And I don't because there was 29 at one point. So that tells you. Oh. Mm, wow. I'm just going down through here. I think I'm getting close to the bottom. Yeah, the self-centered mob boss types that are the most dangerous. Yeah, I think so too, Stacia. I think they're very, very dangerous. Nicole says three sounds like the cult leader who died in a plane crash. Forgot her name. I don't know. My mind is completely blank. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Mischief. David Miscavige doesn't care about adoration, just obedience. Tiny little dictator. He might be one of those that's like all 3. Or no, he's just number 4. He's just asshole. That's just all it is. He's just an asshole. I don't know, and we needed one that just said wackadoodle, and that could have been LRH because I mean, that guy, Gwen Shamblin. Yeah, I think that LRH was about the adoration. I do too, Mischief. I do too. I think he wanted the adoration. I mean, he wanted it so bad that he would make up lies, that would cause people to idolize him or hero worship him, kind of thing. Yeah, eat more pizza. You're right. A lot of politicians on both sides of the fence, uh, absolutely fit with those. Absolutely. Oh, really? DOA is a fraud, says Chick. Eric Rader's live today at approximately 35:30. He had an interesting person come up to him while doing flyer tech. Isn't he something? Eric Rader is one of my favorite people, and I'm gonna go watch this as soon as I get out off of here. And thank you for telling me, which I would have went anyway, but now I will make sure that it is on my do it now list. So, mm, yeah, Stacia says we love the hef. Wow, Marilee says her daughter's coming up on her 20th anniversary. That is so cool. Oh, Nicole put the link in for her book. Good. I'm excited to read it. I don't know. She's Nicole, you're so well spoken and just everything that I just think it's going to be great to read, and I like poetry and that kind of thing. So, absolutely. Mm. Eat More Pizza, you wrote a book too. You'll have to let me know about it. I would love if y'all have wrote books, let me know. I'm a book crazy person. I'm constantly buying books, and I love to buy books that are by people that I know. I really do. Yeah. You talking about DOA with the stalking is all he has left? Sorry, lurking. Yes. Mischief said she told Knife Order that she loved the helmet and that not everybody could pull that off like he did. Can you imagine? I don't know. I told him that he's like a little brother, and that I feel very protective of him. Not that he needs me to protect him, but I do feel protective of him when he's sick or something. And then I was sitting there trying to imagine a little girl, which I'm gonna assume that she's probably somewhere around the age of some of my granddaughters, which averages from 4 to 11 or 12. So, anyway, can you imagine being his daughter or his wife? She's gotta be a hoot because she could not do it and be with him and not be. Oh, so Keela's gonna give an update. Okay, I will be there, but I'm still gonna go hold of her too, because yeah, and my other's keeper, there's a message from my other's keeper. And or a message, a link. See, my brain is not working. Not working. Doug says I gotta get my PP stick said. Yes. Yeah, Marilee, Doug, that took you long enough. Look, he says, "You're not boring. I just can't act like a teenager anymore." Oh, I know. Hmm. Pizza is here. That's all that matters. Hey, Rochelle, good to see you. Y'all, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, really? Eat more pizza. I would like to read that. I really do. It's poetry and it's his thoughts after my second divorce. Blurred Fences. Wow. Is it on Amazon or where can I get that? So Doug says, I woke up yesterday at 6 p.m. and I thought that it was 6 a.m. this morning. I did that just a few days ago. I woke up and I thought, oh man, I got to get up and, get ready for my live and blah, blah, blah. And I had just done a live like 3 hours before that and had fallen asleep. I will look it up. I will eat more pizza. I'll go order it today. I want to see that. I'm just going to have a whole section of books by people from my chat if y'all keep it up. I've thought about writing a book, but I can't decide what I would write about. And so I don't know. It'll come to me one of these days and maybe I will. But I'm gonna go. I plan to be here at 5 tomorrow. Y'all, I'm really excited. Next week, I'm not sure what day it's gonna be, but one day next week, we're gonna have kind of a lunch or a late lunch live. I don't know, 12, 1, something like that, maybe 2. I don't know. It kind of depends on the timing. But it's gonna be earlier than normal, and I'm gonna have a guest. And our guest, hey, CO Bill, good to see you. Erica in Clearwater arrested on bogus charges. Ugh, I'm gonna have to go see what that's about. Doug's still saying you're not boring. But anyway, my guest next week is going to be Liz Ferris. I'm so excited. I love Liz. She, for those of you that don't know, she's a third generation ex Scientologist. Her brother actually unalived himself by jumping out of a window and it because of Scientology and it she has got such an amazing life story. She has wrote a book. She's in the process of writing two more. She's an artist. She can sing, she dances. She's I don't know, y'all. I'm serious. I've got the biggest crush on her. So yes, Liz Gale. I love Liz Gale. Oh, did I say Liz Ferris? I meant Liz Gale. God, I love Liz Ferris too. She's got some issues right now, but oh God, yes, Liz Gale. Oh my goodness, Joe, it's Liz Gale. I'm sorry. I don't know where I got Liz Ferris. I probably looked over and saw something. But yes, Liz Gale's gonna be here one day next week. I'm not sure what day. And then in about 2 weeks, I'm actually going to have Sam, or some of you know him as Casper, from After the Bars. He's going to be here. Um, so be looking forward to him. I've got at least two more people that I am looking up. Yes, Liz Gale. I wish I could just go. But see, that's one of those times I need to be doing just a video where I can go back and say I did not just say Liz Ferris. But yeah, I don't think Liz Ferris is interested in coming to talk to me. But, I would talk to her, but anyway, but Liz Gale's coming, y'all, excited. So, I I'm excited. I told Mark, I said that it feels like a huge get for me. I'm just because I like her so much. She's a hoot, an absolute hoot. So, anyway, I am gonna go. I will be back. I'm gonna go watch Eric Rader's live, and I'm gonna go order that book. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of cults. And it's not just Scientology, y'all. There's a bunch of them out there. And there is actually some good things about what, people perceive as cults. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not what we're thinking about as cults. But, a lot of things can be judged as a cult. We are, this whole community, not just my channel, but the whole community has been called a cult before, and I don't believe it is. And if you look at, the markers for a cult, it's not. So, anyway, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. Get some rest. Everybody sleep merrily. So, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.